Hi guys! So it's been a while since I made a video, so I wanted to sit down today and take some time to do a little update on my life. I feel like that's all I do nowadays. It's like updates on my life. But I don't know. I just find it very therapeutic to talk about what's going on with my life. Obviously, I write about it in my diary, but sometimes just talking about it out loud is like really exciting and thrilling, and it's like and so so first thing first is I turned 23 on the 3rd, and it's kind of a weird number to me. I don't know, last year I was so excited to turn 22 for no apparent reason. There's no big number associated with turning 22. It's like 21, 18, 16. Those are the big numbers. But I was just really excited to turn 22. I think it's because I wanted to be able to be like, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22, like all year. And that's basically what I did. I would sing it all the time. And now I can't do that anymore, and it's kind of sad. And 23 just feels like an odd number, but that's how old I am now. And it feels like, okay, I should have my life together now. I should have a full-time job. I should not be living at home. I should be in school, but I'm not doing any of that. But I'm finding my way slowly but surely. Hopefully by 24, things will be a little bit different. I also joined a gym. There's this great Groupon for like a month for $29, and I was like, hey, I can do that. See if I can get into the rhythm of things, seeing if I can make time for it with my job and helping take care of my mom and make sure she gets to her doctor's appointments and just, life. And I really like it. I'm only doing yoga classes right now because that's all I have time for. I'll go on my days off, and then when I work nights, like closing shifts for my retail job, I'll go during the day, like I'm going tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to work. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I love yoga, which is funny because the first time I went to treatment, I hated yoga. I was like, no, I refuse. I will not work out in front of other people. It's not relaxing. It's embarrassing. Like, my fat hangs over the yoga mats. Like, I'm not going to do this. First thing I would like to say is my fat does not hang over the yoga mats. That was the eating disorder and the body dysmorphia voice talking. I can do like 99% of the moves without the belt, and the ones I can't do, I can do with the belt. And so I'm not embarrassed. And it's nice because the classes I go to are at a small all-women's gym. The majority is like older women, and so like they can't do all the moves either, because not because of their weight, but because they're old, they have arthritis, they whatever, from being older. And so I don't feel out of place using the belt or being like, hey, can you make modifications for me? Like, how can I do this move but modify it so I'm not hurting myself, or make it so I'm not just sitting on the floor during this move because I physically cannot do it. And the teacher is really awesome. She kicks ass, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it. And like I said, I used to hate it. And then I went to yoga my second time for treatment. I did yoga during treatment, and I still hated it, but I also loved it. I looked forward to it. I looked forward to the teacher I had at the treatment center. I cried during every yoga session. But I came out loving it after all of that. Like, I love yoga now. So that's really exciting. I haven't gone in the last week, though, because I'm a klutz, and I fell down a couple steps and sprained my ankle pretty bad. It was... I'm such a dork, you guys. Like, I can't even with myself right now, because it is... To me, it's just... See, I just moved it wrong. It's just hilarious because I was going to an audition. I won't say what for or anything, but I'll talk about that. And I was walking downstairs of a hotel to go to the audition, and I thought I was on the last step, and there was like, I guess 2 or 3 left, and I just fell, like on my face, like on my stomach / face. And while I was trying to catch myself, I twisted my ankle pretty badly. And according to my sister, I just laid there. And because my sister went with me because, you know, I never go to an audition alone type of thing, support, safety, whatever. And she was like, Rachel, get up. And I was like, no, I just need to lay here, okay? Like, just give me a minute. And so I laid there for a couple seconds and then I got up. And it was mortifying because I fell in front of the guy I ended up auditioning for, the like agent, judge, whatever you want to call the person. And it was so embarrassing. But I got up and I was like, I'm cool. I do that all the time, which is true. But I was still like, it's all good. I'm meant to do that. And I went and did the audition. And I don't think I walked with a limp because my sister didn't say anything like, oh my God, you're limping. But when I got home, my ankle was like, it looked like a tennis ball was attached to my ankle. It was so swollen. And I have bruises all over my legs from falling and like trying to catch myself. And I had rug burns on my knees and Rachel. I swear, it's just hilarious. Like, I just could not stop laughing once I got home. I was like, oh my God, I made myself memorable. Like, I don't know if it's a good thing that they saw me fall on my face, but the fact that I continued with the audition and didn't turn around and go home, maybe that's a good thing because I got a call back. I won't say what for or anything, but it's exciting. And I'm really excited for this opportunity. So obviously with the audition, I'm having opportunities for things, and I've come to the decision not to go back to school. I did apply to the ministry school that I wanted to go to and was not accepted. My application must have sucked pretty bad because I didn't even get an interview. They called me and said, we're not looking to interview you. We just wanted to let you know that we're declining you. Obviously, they didn't say it that way. They were very sweet and nice and everything, but I was just like, lame, because that's what I really wanted. But I was not accepted. They said that I was too specific with the people I want to reach. I really want to help people with eating disorders and mental illnesses and the homeless and the addicted and people that the church tends to ignore or like not talk about. And I want to focus on that. And they said that was too specific, which kind of annoyed me, but it's their decision. They want someone who's broader, who wants to run a whole church. And I'm not saying I don't want to run a whole church, but when I run a church, I want it to be for everybody, not just the clean people, the pure people, the people that have already accepted Christ. I want everyone, and I have an orange, yeah. I want everyone to feel welcome and involved, and apparently they weren't feeling that from my essay that I wrote. They also said I need to be more involved with my church, which I can understand, but I just got back from New York, so I hadn't been involved with my church for 5 months, and my church is closing. Like, it's closed. We have run out of money. We're turning into a plant church, but the process is taking so long. It's taking longer than I think everyone who's going to stay has made the decision to stay and support the new church would like. And there's nothing to be involved with yet because there's no classes. We don't have a board. We don't have any elders. That's all been dissolved. We don't have any Bible studies really. And my church doesn't even feel like my church anymore. I have come out on Facebook as like very liberal, especially after President Trump was elected. And I have felt hostility from certain people. And the only reason I can think of is because of my outspokenness for what I'm passionate about. And about being very liberal and left-wing and wanting love and acceptance and respect for everyone. And everyone to have the same choice and not be controlled by others. So it's very sad that things like that can come between lifelong friends. Like these people have watched me grow up. I was in my mom's stomach when they first met me, and now they're very hostile towards me and worried for me because of the things I believe and support. So it's hard to be part of that church right now. I'm just waiting for the plant church to start so I can kind of start anew and be like, yes, I'm part of this church and I'm going to be involved and I'm going to do it. And maybe next year I'll get into the ministry school. But for right now, school does not seem to be for me. I don't like the college experience. I don't like the lifestyle. I discovered that in New York. I like living on my own. I loved going to classes, but as far as the drinking and the partying and the socializing, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I like doing my own thing, and it just isn't for me. And so I've decided not to go back to another community or a university. I might take community classes because I can go and then go to work and then come home and be with my family and chill and all of that. But right now, I'm not focusing on that. So what am I focusing on? I'm focusing on the gym. I'm mainly taking the classes they offer. They offer like bar and yoga and gentle yoga and Zumba and all that fun stuff and Pilates. And I'm going to start taking those classes. I'm just starting with yoga, like I said, because I love yoga. But I'm doing all that, and then I'm focusing on finding a full-time job and paying my car payment because I got a new car, and just growing as a person, being more involved with the church, because I really miss that. I miss being part of a church, but what can you do? Churches close, people change, and sometimes not for the better. But I think I've changed for the better so far. At least I try to every day. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.